speaking about how the right needs to get its act together, and I think the right has a much closer chance of getting its act together than the left. And this is actually superb, because the left for the past 30 years has had an increasing ongoing cultural hegemony and political hegemony, and has completely routed what we could call mainstream conservatism, which we'll get onto when we're talking about your segment. But this has left the left completely unable to actually be reasonable, completely unable to cooperate in any substantive way. I mean, you've got the great example of the People's Front of Judea, which I'm a big fan of. I've been watching the progress of your party very, very closely, because Jeremy Corbyn, whether you like him or not, he is a very powerful politician in this country.
Yes.
Right? Jeremy Corbyn can get kicked out of the Labour Party and then independently re-elected, which is a very rare thing, because people mostly vote for the party.
Yep.
But no, for Corbyn, they were voting for Corbyn. And then, of course, they had 800,000 sign-ups to their newsletter. This is big, right? And so Zara Sultana has been constantly out in front of Jeremy Corbyn, not accepting his leadership of your party. And then you've got a movement in your party called Our Party, which wants the MPs to just step down entirely and let rando... I'm not joking.
Your party has Our Party?
Yes, because it's a bunch of non-elected activists who want the MPs to step down so they can take over. So it's pure power seeking.
So it's similar to like how Novara Media entered into Labour and started to push Labour when Jeremy Corbyn was in power.
Yeah,
right.
But it's within this, but they want the MPs to step down so they can claim power of the party. But it's like, okay, you don't understand leadership whatsoever. Corbyn is your leader. Let him lead, right?
Exactly.
But instead, Zara Sultana tweeted out what looks like a fake link and got 20,000 people to donate to her and not the other party, because she decided that she was being marginalized by what she called, quote, a sexist boys club. And this was, as you can see by the community note there, contradicted by Jeremy Corbyn saying, well, hang on a second, that's not an authorized link. What is happening here? And this signaled a split in a party that hadn't even been founded. And
It doesn't have a name yet.
It was initially it was called Your Party, but that wasn't the name as Zara told us. But we'll get to that in a second. So, as you can see, she carried on. She then began campaigning against Your Party, trying to raise essentially a faction within the party that would support her over the sexist boys club. And then she started threatening legal action against Jeremy Corbyn, because apparently a number of false and defamatory statements have been published about her concerning her party's membership portal, and therefore she's instructed specialist defamation lawyers. Now, that didn't last long, because everyone was like, are you seriously talking about going to war with Jeremy Corbyn? And she was like, no, actually, I want unity. We must make this work. There is no choice. I'm determined to reconcile and move forward. It's like, you're the one who's done this. Jeremy Corbyn did not do anything to you.
He's just sat there going, what is going on?
Literally, she announces the party before he's ready. She announces the membership drive before he's ready, before it's even named. And now she's announced the legal proceeding. Now she's like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to do that. And Jeremy's just like, what am I doing?
Just arguing with herself almost.
He has done. I'm engaged in ongoing discussions with Jeremy, for whom, like all socialists of my generation, I have nothing but respect. Although, why aren't you respecting him then? He's the venerable leader of your movement. You sit down, you shut up, and you wait for him to make a decision. That's how this works. But I love this. I know many people are feeling demoralized. Brilliant. That's great. That's great. I mean, I'm watching this purely for entertainment value, right? So anyway,
we're not demoralized.
No. We're doing great. But I'm glad to see my enemies are demoralized. There we go. Everything's going brilliantly. And then Your Party has finally been registered as Your Party.
Your Party.
But with Jeremy Corbyn as the sole leader.
Oh.
So she has been marginalised because she's a troublemaker. Because she looked like she was scamming a bunch of their supporters and was trying to overthrow Jeremy Corbyn as the leader of the party.
Yep.
And so this is just spectacular. Right? Jeremy Corbyn has taken executive control, which he should have done from the start, obviously. Jeremy Corbyn didn't need her. He could have done this all on his own.
Exactly.
And so what wonderful job on the left. So the Corbynist...
Trans Muslims most affected.
I know.
Fascinating.
And there's been many, I'm not going to cover it, many internal ideological wranglings because, of course, most of the Muslims are not for the LGBT stuff, but they are for the overthrow the British state stuff, overthrow British society stuff. And so Jeremy Corbyn's like, okay, I love overthrowing British society, but I also need to trans the children. And the Muslims are like, well, do you?
But I need the Muslims' help.
Exactly.
Don't have a party without you.
I'm literally forming a party with the Gaza MPs because I'm a traitor, says Jeremy Corbyn. Yeah. So, like, what are my options here? So anyway, this is a contradiction that's going to work itself out in further People's Fronts of Judea springing up in the future.
Can't wait.
I know. I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, unadulterated entertainment.
Do you think she joins Zach Balansky, or what was she?
Well,
she tried to start her own movement.
She was at a conference with him just the other day on the stage. And the thing is, Jeremy Corbyn's got to be like, well, he's our primary competitor because he's competing specifically for the same constituency, the Islamo-Communist Alliance, which is all the Green Party is at this point. They don't even talk about the environment anymore. It's really weird. They talk about Islamo-communist things. So yeah, she was at a conference with Zach Polanski on the same stage. It's like,
then she'll try to overthrow him.
Well, Zach, all I'm saying, bro, is you can't trust her. Look at her bloody record.
Yep.
You know, definitely take her into your party. No, yeah. So the left at the moment is genuinely, like you're saying, pure entertainment for me. Because they're going nowhere. Starmer has persecuted them. He has kicked them out. He's arresting them. Galloway, he arrested the other day on terrorist thing. He, at the Labour conference, Owen Jones and, Andy Burnham's on his way out too. But it was Owen Jones.
Is he?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Right. He was mounting a leadership challenge to Starmer in a moment of crisis. Yeah. So yeah, he'll probably Stalin him, you know what I mean? Yeah. Watch this space. But Owen Jones and a bunch of other sort of Novara media types got their press passes revoked because they were asking awkward questions about Israel and Gaza. And so it's like, nope, not tolerating that. And so the left has been jettisoned out of mainstream politics. But the problem with Labour's mainstream politics is that they're down to 20% or so in the polls. So are they even mainstream politics anymore is the question. But then you have the ideological wranglings. You have people like Gary's Economics. Now, Gary's Economics is a very interesting chap, Gary Stevenson, because he is, I guess what we say, of the old socialist left, and he does agree in principle with everything that the left says. Oh yeah, of course I'm for trans rights. Of course I'm for infinite immigrants. Of course I'm for making sure that nobody owns any property in this country, obviously. But I also live in reality. Now, Gary has this problem that the left basically doesn't live in reality.
Yes.
And this, I mean, as you can see, this is his message to Reform supporters. He's basically like, please, could you just not be racist? We could form a coalition.
That is
not be racist.
That's a winning ticket right there, Gary. Everyone's going to listen to that, mate.
Should we look at the responses? Is it English? Racists say the English should stay majority English. I'm afraid it is. I'm afraid from Gary's own philosophy, that's exactly it. And then me, I do this for you. Yeah. Manufactured offers. You've won nobody over here, Gary. like it's just all our guys just saying, F off, Gary. Like, you fucking communist, right? So Gary, he made his pitch, and to the Reform side, the right, obviously this had no purchase because his fundamental premise is give up your country. I'm not inclined to do that. No matter where you fall on the right, you don't want to do that. But then he made his pitch to the left. You won't stop Reform winning the next election by calling their supporters racist.
So what?
I'm sorry.
Gary?
No, but he's right.
No, but Gary? What was your last video? No, that's the lesson he learned. That's growth, Gary. That's growth, mate. I'm proud of you.
This is genuinely fun.
I think there is a risk that the left gets very, very angry and starts to be really, really aggressive and accusatory towards people who might be voting for Reform. I want to show you a clip which I saw on Politics Joe the other weekend. So let's run it.
Wealth tax or no wealth tax?
It's a very hard one. I mean, I come from a working class town. Everything in kind of Reform's policies would maybe leaning more towards no wealth tax.
So for me, if the wealth tax was possible, I'm at a stage in my politics where I would actually support it.
There are a lot of Reform voters who'd be supportive of wealth taxes. If you want to get progressive change in the next election, you need to win people over. And I think you need to be really careful to resist the temptation to go around shouting at people, calling them racists. Listen, there are racists in this country. There always have been racists in this country. I totally understand the instinct of people on the left to worry about increasing racism in society. I think it's happening. I can feel it happening. You need to be pragmatic. You need to be sensible. Reform are going to win the next election, and you are not going to stop that by turning around and calling people racists. You need to be relentless and aggressive in your pursuit of common ground and unity. And that means you're willing to go to people who you might not agree with everything about and say, listen, I know we don't agree on everything, but let's find the thing that we do agree on. And let's fight for that. Because those people at those protests, they, just like you, are struggling to pay the rent. Their kids are struggling to pay the rent. They're struggling to find economic futures. If you centre that, if you focus on that, you can build something positive, you can win them over. If you focus on what divides you, all you're going to do is make this country more and more divided.
See, now, he's not wrong.
No, I don't disagree.
This is sage advice that he is giving to the left. I mean, this is sage advice for Keir Starmer and his government. Don't just call everyone racist or worse than racist or the Hitler Youth, right? This is sage advice for any politician on the left, any activist on the left who actually thinks that maybe they want to win at some point in the future. Yep. And you can feel Gary's exasperation. He's like, listen, I know you're not going to listen to this.
Yeah.
I know you're not going to listen to this.
He actually did it himself, though, didn't he? So
well, you can see all the tabs I've got lined up there.
Okay.
There were a lot of reactions to this. So, but very reasonable perspective from Gary.
No, I agree. But also, it's so frustrating to see someone that is right on this, whilst also being so wrong on everything else.
Yes.
And reasons why people would be voting that way and that way inclined. It's not for goodness
Communists
sake.
are like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, they get some of the basic economic stuff correct.
It's not even that. They get some of the analysis correct. Right?
Exactly.
They can see the problem.
Yes,
oh, right.
that's
actually,
right.
No,
But the
know,
solutions are always completely wrong.
obviously, the solution is
Yes.
always communism. But like, I know you want to scream racist at them, and that can feel gratifying. I know I've done it myself, but that won't win them over to your perspective. And unfortunately, we are still in a democracy where the victory is done by selection. You just have to have the most people who actually vote for you. And Gary's just like, please for 5 minutes, contain yourselves. And they're like, no, they will not be containing themselves. What if they are racist? Brackets, they are. Keep going. I want more of this.
Flagging by it.
Yeah, exactly. Palestine flagging by it. Right. I want more of this. More. But they keep doing a racism. It's like, I'll stop calling them racist when they stop doing racism. Perfect. Just keep going. Because again, from the perspective of the right, this is gold. This is absolutely gold.
Yep.
It's not merely a difference of opinion. Like, Labour has spent a year not calling their supporters racist, and it noticeably does not appear to have helped.
Yep.
So I'll just do the inversion of that, and that will help, surely.
But they have called everyone racist for the last year.
No, I know. But
They're literally, the Southport riots are racist. It's far right. At the conference, Nigel Farage is not
far right. Nigel Farage is not far right.
Farage isn't
Everybody's
just a racist.
far right.
He's a super racist.
Yep.
Whatever that's supposed to be. Like, he's the Hitler Youth. Like, they do this. like, they literally came out as like, if you want to end indefinite leave to remain, that's a racist policy. Are you saying that everyone who wants indefinite leave to remain to end is racist? Well, I'm not saying that. It's like, no, they're just racist by implication.
Yes.
Like,
I'll let you make your mind up about that. Oh, right, okay.
yeah, I know what you think.
Yes.
We know what you think. So it's just, and these are all just the quote tweets on this thing. It's just absolutely
Beautiful.
gold. Yeah, but it shows you the internal logic of the left, right? Like, Gary is saying, go against your fundamental, not just worldview, but the way you operate on a day-to-day basis.
I can't. I have to read this out. Kind of the only strategy we have scientifically tested, actually, calling people racist.
And that's why Nigel Farage is number one in 100 polls.
What is your conception of science? What do words mean?
Well, it depends what the result you're looking for, right? If the result is making sure you've called them a racist, well, that certainly works. Right. If the result is winning elections, that does not work. But this is the point. You see the swarm of confusion in the left, because Gary has suggested victory, right? Gary has suggested victory, and they've gone, no, I want purity.
Yes.
Purity in all things. And so, this is definitely a lesson the right can definitely learn from.
Yes.
But nowhere near as bad as the left. But this is the thing with Nigel Farage. Doesn't matter. Like, they're your guys and they're not your guys. Ultimately, does the argument work on it? If I say, Nigel, we're losing our country, does he feel drawn by me?
Or is he going to stick with Richard Tice saying, that'll be long after I'm gone?
Well, no, but even then, he's still conceding that would be a bad thing. It's just not his problem.
Yes.
Right? Whereas Keir Starmer would say, good.
Yes.
These people are just as valid as you. I don't know what you're talking about. He would want you to have lost your country. At least with Tice is like, I'm a boomer, it's not my problem. But that would be bad for you. Good luck, you know? he at least concedes the moral legitimacy of the argument.
Yes.
Whereas these people, Gary concedes all of the moral legitimacy of the left's argument, and they're still like, no, I'm going to call them racist even harder now. And then suddenly, Gary's the problem, right? This is so unbelievable. Gary's the problem. Gary is not sufficiently left enough.
They're left. They always eat themselves.
I love it. You gotta love it.
Always do it. It's always the same.
This is so unbelievably arrogant and deeply offensive that I can't quite put my thoughts together. Being a racist is not a difference of opinion, and it's very dangerous for Gary to continue to frame it this way. F left or right, I will call you a racist if you're a racist.
I think the fundamental problem, Tops, is that you really can never put your thoughts together.
But what I love about this is the hunt for racism in everything.
Yes.
The day doesn't start unless you've called something a racist.
Yeah.
Racist, right? Oh, where's my tea? You know, like it's.
Maybe look in the mirror, call yourself racist, and then go on with your day.
They probably do. It's so pathological, right? I have to label this, and if I can't label this, if that's the losing strategy, I'm going to do it and spite my face. Right, yeah. And this is it's so pathological. It's like Tourette's, but we're calling everything racist. But then, Gary's the problem. I hate class reductionist takes because black and brown people can be working class and suffer racism and classism. So nope, if you support reforms policies, you're a racist. Okay, that's great, politics, babe. Keep going. Keep making this.
Flag and bio.
Yeah, exactly. All the same. All the same.
Oh yeah, literally.
Yeah. It must be nice to be able to say this. Guys, please stop calling the racist bigots that want you dead racist. You're hurting their feelings. Brother, they want to shoot people in the channel. This isn't about being nice anymore. Okay. Keep being as mean as you can to the reform voters and justifying everything those people think. Like, keep going. It's better. You need to be sensible. Why is it always on the marginalized to reason with people who don't view them as equal or even human sometimes? Piss off. It's like, right, we're not going to be sensible. We're going to be mental. We're going to be absolutely mental. And we're going to keep calling you racist until you give us everything that we want.
This is what Firas has to remember. The choice is between these people who are in the civil service. They're exactly like this. They're exactly like this in the civil service. This is precisely what they believe. The choice is between them and people like the Lotus Eaters.
Freelance copywriter, eh? Interesting. Anyway, so then the next one, Reform are going to win the election. It's not for another 4 years. Rather than admit defeat or break bread with fascists, I think we need to focus on forming a popular front, a coalition of left and centre-left parties, and getting proportional representation enacted. Odds on? What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, no.
Likely to happen?
No.
You think? I mean,
seeing as he is part of the left and he's trying to create.
You're busy splitting with him right now.
What?
But if Jeremy Corbyn can't get it done, who else on the left could get it done?
Yes.
Right? If
Lansky.
I guess he's the guy. I guess he's their man. Like the last great hope of the left in Britain. But yeah, I love this. We need to form another splinter group of the Popular Front of Judea. Like this isn't going to happen. You guys are mental. And I love it. I love watching it.
It's actually insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're watching people melt down in real time.
And this is over Gary not saying you're bad people, not saying that you need to be exiled from the left or anything like that, by saying, can we just
stop insulting people? Just
be reasonable and engage with them on a level that they might agree with you on.
Yeah. Right? So we can get some of the things we want.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like
so
milk toast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You couldn't be
it's
more
either
milk
all or nothing. This is the mindset of the heretic. It's either all or nothing.
Yes. Yeah. And
people, I love this one.
People who are wealthy will always tell the less wealthy not to rock the boat too much. And they'll frame you rocking the boat as unhelpful or not pragmatic and accuse you of making bigots worse. They want you to pipe down because the system largely works for them. Well, I mean, he is a multi-millionaire, isn't he? Famous trader, I've heard. So, I don't know. All I'm saying, Gary, is on a class analysis. Is that even wrong?
Yep.
Then you have this sensible pragmatism is just acquiescence. Are people meant to just not talk about and concede to all the manifestly racist policies in the hope that right-wingers are so grateful they support a bit of left-wing economic policies of favour? Is that it? Yeah, that's actually what he's asking for. Just
are we really going to give up on total revolution?
Yes.
Are we really going to give up on absolute total revolution and the full destruction of the system for the sake of winning an election to stay in power? No. We do not want to be in power. We want to be pure.
And that
this is you know.
Yeah. That is exactly it. Okay, but Reform are likely to storm the next election while loudly calling everyone who opposes them gay, woke, groomer terrorist.
I wish. That'd be brilliant.
Promise
if they did.
Nigel Farage not to do this for a few years after he wins.
Yes,
I promise not to call them all gay woke groomer terrorists if we can help establish some basic sanity in the country.
But why would that be the winning tactic? Like, they're going to storm the next election by loudly calling everyone a gay woke groomer terrorist. Then that must resonate with the public, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna defeat the gay woke groomer terrorists, and everyone's like, yeah, I'm voting for those guys. And they're like, I can't believe
I've got to double down on being a gay woke groomer terrorist. What?
Well, that's literally what they're saying.
That's what he said.
The right is not hand-wringing about not being nice enough to their opponents. They see public opinion as something to change, not mitigate. So, okay, but
I wish Nigel Farage saw it that way, but okay.
I agree, but like, you've had decades to persuade people to be gay woke groomer terrorists,
They said no.
and it hasn't worked. Like, everyone hates you for it, and now you're not allowed to call them racists. And
Terrible.
yeah, so again, this man is an idiot, and I'm not entirely sure why wokeism people should be scolded and told to be kind when right-wing politics has been allowed to boom, and much of that is supported by the desire to use slurs and want to be nasty in politics.
But why is it boomed, mate?
Yeah. Like what? Like they think that the
No
not allowed to
self-reflection
be, is
is
it?
allowed. Keir Starmer said, this is not the time for reflection and navel-gazing.
did.
No self-reflection allowed.
this is not the time for
Please
introspection. Yeah.
obey your leader.
Yeah. So basically, what he's saying there is like, why shouldn't we be woke? Of course, we should be woke. Don't scold woke people. Scold the people who are non-woke. And in fact, we should probably just go back to being inquisitorially woke. In fact, no, call that out every damn time. They need telling, calling out, and challenging repeatedly. It's like, good point. You tell Gary what you think, Mr. Spencer. I don't know if that's Mr. or Mrs. actually, but like TM Spencer. You tell Gary. Keep telling him. Keep tweeting at him. No, we need to be inquisitorially woke, and that will finally defeat the right.
Mental.
Wow. I love the left so much. I love that we get to be against these people.
It's like being at a circus and all they have is clowns.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Gary Stevenson looks like someone with perpetual spasms and the medical weed just kicked in. I don't know. He looks exhausted of him having to deal with leftists.
Yep.
Like when you watching that clip, you can see him just be like, okay, I know I have to do this, but like, it's going to be rough.
If you would like to watch the full uncut version that is also uncensored, head on over to lotuseaters.com to find out more.